seen a lot of questions about how to expose without getting that much noise at ISO 12800 with the FX3, and I think the simple solution is just to add more light. Ideally, you want to be shooting at ISO 800 or the lowest ISO that you can, because that's going to give you the cleanest image, especially in the shadows. But with any camera, the key is just to add more light, and then just sort of using your false color to get the right contrast ratios. You don't want the background to be too underexposed or too dark, so that's why having practicals in the background like fairy lights or party lights, or having lamps in the scene, or have someone holding a torch or something like that, that adds a little bit of highlights in the shot. That's just going to help sell, one, that the night is seen because there's lights on, so naturally it feels like it's dark, but also it's going to motivate the key light that you're going to use, whether to light the background, light the subject, or light the scene. So this is just a short party scene that I filmed. We needed for a short film that I DP'd earlier this year. We had very limited resources, had a few lights, and I think the first thing you want to do is figure out how much you want to show in the scene, whether that's exposing for the face or exposing for the background or certain objects in the foreground. In this case, we didn't want to show much of the character's face because we want to sort of reveal it later on in another scene. I think the first thing lighting for a dark or a night scene is to make sure you get some practicals in the shot, practicals in the scene that can motivate the light. That is, we put some party lights in the background which were nice and warm, but motivating the key light, which was the Pavotube 30C on the side. Just giving that warm light in the background just makes you, I guess, think that that's what's lighting the subject on the side. The other motivating light is the moon ambience with a more cooler tone. I bounced a 300 nan light spotlight off a whiteboard onto some green trees, and that was just to bring a little bit of color contrast, but also give some ambience to the scene as well. The reason why I decided to bounce the light as opposed to shining a spotlight at the trees was I just wanted to extend the distance a little bit. If I were to shine the light where the board is, that would make the distance a little bit shorter and a little bit too sourcey. So if I could extend the distance a little bit, make it look a little bit higher, like as if it's coming from a larger source and from a source from further back out. I think bouncing the light made a really nice natural soft look. I think the light was probably at only 35%, so I didn't need a lot of light, but that just helped give some exposure to the background. The other light I used was just a small LED which I put on a boom arm and got someone to hold it up over the character's left shoulder, just to give a little bit of ambience, and having the moon as the motivating light. That sort of just helps sell that look a little bit, especially with the fake moonlight onto the trees. I think having another one just over the subject as well just gives it a little bit of continuity and consistent look as well. The other thing as well that helped me out in this scene was using a really fast lens. I used the SLR Magic MicroPrime 50mm. It looks really nice and quite soft, which I sort of prefer. I don't really like really sharp, crispy images. This being able to open up, letting so much extra light. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. I think shooting at night is very tricky, and I guess the best thing to do is just keep on practicing it and keep on shooting in different environments. It doesn't have to be nighttime, but you know, shooting at all different times of the day, just so you know what to look out for. I think the key takeaways is to know the limitations of your camera, what you can do, and keep on practicing and just sort of getting used to how the sensor reacts to light or no light in this case. And to get less noise, really you want to be adding more light. Let me know your methods of lighting night scenes or your experiences, or let me know what you like about the FX3 ISO 12800, whether you use it or you think it's not good, but yeah, just let me know what you think, and yeah, see you next time.